I'll read a chapter of another book, Prophet by Khalil Gibran. So, this was a Lebanese author who moved to the US and he wrote this masterpiece. So, there's this very wise man who lives in this village, this town, and it is now his time to leave. And it's not leaving the town, it's time to leave the world. And so he goes back to the town and he just wants to bid farewell to everyone. But they gather around him, say, "Why don't you share your wisdom with us?" So then a rich man asked, "Speak to us of giving." And he answered, "You give but little when you give of your possessions. It is when you give of yourself that you truly give. For what are your possessions but the things you keep and guard, for fear you may need them tomorrow? And tomorrow, what shall tomorrow bring to the over prudent dog? What is the meaning of prudent? Prudence, prudent. So somebody is very careful. So over careful dog bearing bones in the trackless sand as he follows the pilgrims to the holy city. Will he ever be able to retrieve those bones? No. So all that we are holding on to, my car, my house, my this, my that, all those things are anyways gone. And what is the fear of need but need itself? Is not dread of thirst when your well is full, the thirst that is unquenchable. You have it and yet you're thirsty. And so this thirst is unquenchable. There are those who give little of the much which they have. There are those who give little of the much which they have, and they give it for recognition. And their hidden desire makes their gifts unwholesome. Understood so far? And there are those who have little. And what do? And then there are those who have little. What do? And give it all. These are the believers in life and the bounty of life. So they are the believers in life and the bounty of life. And their coffer is never empty. Let's move forward. There are those who give with joy. And that joy is their reward. And there are those who give with pain. And that pain is their baptism. You know what's baptism? Christianity says that everybody is born as a sinner. You already have brought a lot of sin on your head, which in a way is true because from our previous lives, we bring all these karmic accounts. So that's why they go through baptism. They put water, the holy water on their heads and so on and so forth, that your past sins have been cleared away. Now you can live happily. So, but that pain becomes baptism. If I'm giving with pain, that's not going to help me. That's not going to serve me. And then there are those who give and know not pain in giving, nor do they seek joy, nor give with mindfulness of virtue. Giving is good. I'm a very virtuous guy. That's why I'm giving. None of these things. So there are those who give and know not pain in giving, nor do they seek joy, nor give with mindfulness of virtue. What does that mean? That they've become automatons of giving. They have gone into that phase where they don't even have to think that giving is good. They're just giving spontaneously. They give as in yonder valley. The myrtle breathes its fragrance into space. Myrtle flower, yeah, crepe myrtles. You know what are crepe myrtles? Have you seen them? Yeah, they have good fragrance. So they give as in yonder valley, the myrtle breathes its fragrance into space. The myrtle doesn't say, I'm giving fragrance, so I'm so good. It just gives. Through the hands of such as those, or these, through the hands of such as these, God speaks. And from behind their eyes, he smiles upon the earth. Do you want God to speak through you? Do you want God to smile through your eyes? Then we have to give without the pain of giving, neither seeking joy in giving, neither even thinking about the virtue of giving. Just giving. Because that's who I am. I know nothing but giving. It is well to give when asked, but it is better to give unasked. I'm repeating this. It is well to give when asked, but it is better to give unasked through understanding. And to the open handed, the search for one who shall receive. And to the open handed, the search for one who shall receive is joy greater than giving. That the one who wants is not searching for the one who gives. The one who gives is searching for one who can take from me. And is there aught you should withhold? All you have shall someday be given. When we die, who's going to hold on to our clothes? Anyways, they're going to be given away. All that we're holding on to is one day going to be given away. Therefore, give now, that the season of giving may be yours and not your inheritors. You often say, I would give, but only to the deserving. So the trees in your orchard say not so, nor the flocks in your pasture. They give that they may live, for to withhold is to perish. You often say, I would give, but only to the deserving. The trees in your orchard say not so, nor the flocks in your pasture. They give that they may live, for to withhold is to perish. Surely he who is worthy to receive his days and his nights is worthy of all else from you. In a way, every person on this planet is worthy of receiving from you. And he who has deserved to drink from the ocean of life deserves to fill his cup from your little stream. What are you giving, anyways? Very little in the grand scheme of things. So, and he who has deserved to drink from the ocean of life deserves to fill his cup from your little stream. And what desert greater shall there be than that which lies in the courage and the confidence, nay, the charity of receiving? And what desert greater there shall be than that which lies in the courage and the confidence, nay, the charity of receiving? So that person should come to receive with confidence and courage. And who are you? Now, who are you that men should rend their bosom and unveil their pride, that you may see their worth naked and their pride unabashed? कि वो छाती खोल के दिखाएं क्या कि मैं आई नीड इट, आई नीड इट. that I'm really poor, that I really need help, what should they do? That you will feel that they're deserving of your giving. You understand? Yeah. Who are you that men should rend their bosom? Bosom means the chest, and unveil their pride, that you may see their worth naked and their pride unabashed. See first, now, beautiful. This is the ultimate sentence. See first that you yourself deserve to be a giver. See first that you yourself deserve to be a giver and an instrument of giving. For in truth, it is life that gives unto life. While you who deem yourself a giver are but a witness. For in truth, that for the truth, it is life that gives unto life. While you who deem yourself a giver are but a witness. So, this act of giving is happening through you, not by you. You're just a witness. Otherwise, it's happening through us. Who are we to even give? Can we call ourselves as givers? Can we take that title onto ourselves? Do we even deserve to be givers? We have to check that. Can we be called as an instrument of giving? For in truth, you want me to repeat this sentence? For in truth, it is life that gives unto life. That person is life. In the life in you is giving life, or giving whatever needs to be given to that life. While you who deem yourself a giver are but a witness. So see first that you yourself deserve to be a giver and an instrument of giving. I read this book. My father gave me this book when I was very young. Probably, I think I was in eighth grade or ninth grade. And that's when I read this first time. And it didn't make much sense to me. But these things hit me really hard, the aspect of giving. And for me, my whole life, my dad was just like that, 24/7. All he thought was to give and only give. And so I grew up in that kind of household. And so for me, giving was a very natural aspect. Whatever we have is Baba's property, God's property. And so what we are giving is really God's property. It never really belonged to us. So it is our fortune that we have the opportunity to give, that Baba has made us instruments to give, that we have become givers. Yeah. So, and so you see, there was this sentence that these are the believers in life and the bounty of life, and their coffer is never empty. It doesn't matter who is what. If we become like the river never drinks its own water. The apple trees never eat their own apples. This is how nature works. And what happens to us is that the more misaligned we are with nature, more misery we experience. If we can become like nature, that's how even in Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu talks about this thing, that you see, look at nature, it is never in rush, and yet it accomplishes everything. So all you have to do is to align yourself to the forces of the universe, nature, Tao. That's what they say. Tao is the path.